Okay, so for saving space, the sake of saving space, you would see it more like a crystal ball, kind of like seeing on the Wizard of Oz with the green witch that they hate that sits in the center, and then all of the continents are being kind are really kind of small compared to these inlands here around the auroras. And there's 75 degrees, and then there's a frosty area, and then there's a big ice ring around it, and there's the sun being projected from the beauty realm beyond this polar iris there, and it's also being projected here onto the glass into all of the other worlds from the beauty realm. And it's pretty straightforward. If you look at the Yggdrasil, you'll get a good point and understanding. Beyond this ice ring, there is the crust of the earth, which all of the water sits inside of, and it pools at the ice ring. Okay, and all the child trafficking is going to these super cities down below, where all the reptilians and all of these douchebags are hanging out. Okay, this is pretty much your targets. Military up here, they think they're protecting these guys, but they don't realize that they are only patsies. They are just fools. Okay, it's because this is where they are being trafficked. All these hundred thousands of kids that disappear in America alone every year, right here, 100,000 go down here and get trafficked. Okay, that's what's going on. All right, now if you continue down, they tell you, oh, well, that's going on in the center of the earth. We don't want to go to the holiest of holies. But that's not where you're going if you go to the holiest of holies. These are safe. You're safe at the tree. Everyone else is an it. Get it? Everyone else is a Pennywise, a fictional entity that represents death. Okay, so then and that's when they get their contracts. Oh, we got permission now. And they hit you, they claim the lands, right? And then they assault you with poisons and everything that looks good, like Hitchhiker's Guide. It's ran by snakes, not mice. So you look at the food that keeps you distracted, keeps you in the poppy fields. And the poppy fields on Tomorrowland, same thing, leads you up to the super cities where everything is amazing and beautiful. I might as well just draw a bunch of nice, fancy, beautiful places, paraditic horizons, and I can add that to that. But anyways, these drawings are going $100 donation of credit. You can get it. All right, so would be, I imagine, Gabriel's castle floating over Africa where those pyramids were. I imagine because it sends energy up to a point, just like the dreadlock, just like the pyramids have been known to do, and it pulls energy out of the earth in a mass amount. So if someone wanted to have that energy, they would be stationed over a place where the energy was mass and abundant, which would probably be Africa, right over the Giza pyramids, somewhere in the sky, is a floating castle. Like Stevie Wonder told you, there would be castles in the sky. There's a ribbon in the sky for our love. Blood splatter on the clouds for cannibalism, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so you go through the Polaris. Either you jump in like Captain Hatteras or any other pirates that came here into the holiest of holies, into paradise, which I suggest you might visit, but you might not want to stay, because when you realize that the fallen angels went into the hole after they tore it down and made everybody stupid, you'll realize that the way the place works down there, it's a complete ship of fools. You can Google Sharafaland. It's a wonderful place to visit, but you're probably not going to want to stay there for too long. And you realize how lazy and how overly gratifying the black sun is to the people below. It gives them anything they desire in a moment's notice, the Rain Man. So the light bearer, or the fallen angels, go in and he claims this light and claims this light. And you look at the Luciferian diagram, they tell you to look at the sun is to solve everything in here. To look at the black sun is to coagulate and sit in perpetual idleness, right on his arms, dude. It's like carved in or something. So check out that Baphomet diagram. And you'll see that I would probably definitely know that this is true, because I've solved it, because I've been sun gazing. The sun is to solve. The occultist sun is to really solve. That's why they don't want you to look into the occult sun. When the sun goes into eclipse, they're like, nah, don't look at that. You need to wear glasses. You need to do all this shit. Now that's when you really start solving stuff. So that's also on that diagram, Baphomet diagram. So yep, yep. Chances are it's more like what we've always been knowing, the crystal ball, the gypsy, or the witch, or whoever they want to call this being stares into the crystal ball and sees the future. You can see that on Truth Is Out of Style. 900-Foot Jesus also tells you about that in the video numerous times and disguises her as Shirley MacLaine. But yeah, this is pretty much basically it. This is where all your HAARP is happening. This is where earthquakes and tsunamis and all this weather that's terrible is taking place. All this water is falling through from that great rift that they ripped through that they told you was the Milky Way. I mean, there's so many different secrets that can be exposed with this diagram just alone. I should build this thing. I should like freaking build it based off of these astral thoughts and projected visions of the knowledge of the ages coming from the light of the world. I should just go ahead and create something cool and just build it so people can really get a good look. But yeah, Tracy Chapman's City Underground tells you about this, discards of your fellow man in the cities underground, all the stuff going on, the HAARP, all that Bob told you about, all the technology they had down there. Check that out. Yep, it's out there on a silver platter. Piece it all together. Until then, this is Grim Nasty, over and out. And then when you get awake, you know the rest. Stay awake.